Hello everybody, and welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons! We have a letter from Gala. Just imagine, Steven. I've always dreamed about living inside a library. Picture myself surrounded by a shelf after shelf of books stacked up to the ceiling. In a home like that, it's possible I'd never run out of reading materials. Dreamily yours, Gala. It's pretty neat. I do acknowledge that it's pretty neat. I don't think I could ever do it, but not that I don't like books, but I would need somewhere for my game consoles. And if, you know, wall to wall is nothing but bookshelves, there's probably very few, if just no electrical sockets. So, you know, wouldn't really be able to do that. But, yeah, I do have a thing to kind of ramble about today. And it's more a case of how my day has started. So, when I get up, I always get a drink. It's just what I do. Grab, a drink of juice or something. Today I grabbed a little bit of soda. Basically get a mouthful of it, just to basically lubricate my throat, because I'm usually pretty parched by the time I wake up. Did that today. And occasionally, still don't even know what causes this to happen, when I take a drink of something, it hurts. Like, all the way down. Feeling tired in terms of reactions? This one really packs a punch when you're low energy. So you just, my eyelids are getting heavy. Boom, acting, I'm actually wide awake. Feel free to try dozing whenever you want. If you don't mind, that micro nap actually felt pretty good, so. Alright, you go to sleep, Ed. Hi, Miss Caroline, while we're here, and then we gotta find Diva and talk with her too. Good morning. Here's hoping it'll be a good day, Squeak. What's up for a chat? Glad you're never too busy to check in with me, Rambler. Oh. Diva, catch that bug. Whack! Feeling psyched, Squeak. I mean, not really, but swing by sometime. I'm working on a new peanut brittle recipe. Hey, what's that face for? I didn't make a face. Peanut brittle I've never actually had, so I'd be down for trying any recipe of it. I'm always down for trying new food. Like, shiny spot. Do need to check turnip prices. I should have thought of that before I started picking stuff up, but at the same time, like, it's just produce, and I had other stuff with me anyway, so. Because this week has been all over the place for prices. I thought we were starting on, like, a spike, but I guess not. What do you got for me, boys? $63. So my good feelings about this week were unwarranted. Got it. But yeah, I don't even know why that happens. And it's only occasionally. But, like, it is immense pain. It's almost, like, the way I would describe it is it's almost like the pain receptors of, like, my throat pipe are just all hypersensitive. So when, like, I drink something, it just hurts. Like, that's the only way I can really describe it. I've had this going on for, like, jeez. I think the first time I noticed it happening, I was in, like, grade 7, so that's, how many years ago was that? I don't know. Okay, primary, I was 5. 1, 6. 7, 13, so that would be like 15, 16 years ago. Yeah, I'm not great at remembering what age I was and when things happened. So, like, it was, you know, it's been going on for a long time, and it's so infrequent, too. Like, if it was happening, like, every time I took a drink, trust me, I would go to the hospital. I would get it looked at, but it doesn't. Now, admittedly, trying to, like, Google search to see what it might be has proven completely unhelpful. As Google does. Because, like, the only results I'm getting is like, that's cancer, bro. It's like, nah, I don't think it is. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if it's just, you know, a health issue or something that isn't cancer. Like, maybe I need to exercise more. Maybe that's what it's telling me. I haven't been particularly active. And it definitely seems to, like... It seems to happen more when I'm less active for, like, a long period of time and then I'm suddenly active. Hey, my fabulous bestie. It's so fab, you're here. Blah. Let's talk. Going to a concert for an artist you are totally in love with. It's, like, super exciting. When I went to this KK show the other week, I made a totally original t-shirt to wear. Okay, so it's a bright pink t-shirt, right? And I used a marker to write in big capital letters across the chest. Eyebrows! Isn't it just the best? I asked Caroline if she'd wear one and go with me, but she said she had to go off island. Aw, I would've. I actually learned that, like, one of the few bands that I actually, like their music and kind of follow. I'm not, like, a huge follower of any band or music creator or anything. I just, if it shows up and sounds good, I listen to it. That's how I go about music. Was actually, like, touring Canada, like, last year or the year before. The year before. And they literally had a show within driving distance of where I live. And it's like, gosh darn it. I could have gotten tickets and gone to that. I could have. It would have been really cool. For anyone who's wondering, the band is Alestorm. Pirate metal. They are quite the interesting band. And not just any pirate metal, but Scottish pirate metal. They are a case of one of their songs showed up at one point after I was listening to basically, like, I had, rather than going to my mix playlist on YouTube, because I had just wanted to listen to a specific song and didn't realize I was even clicking on a playlist, because YouTube likes doing this. I had clicked on Voltaire, The Ship Is Going Down, and that ended up being a mix playlist around that song, and literally the next song in the playlist was an Alestorm song of Shipwrecked. And that one was like, ooh, this is nice. So, initially, I was annoyed that it was a playlist and not just a video. I'm always annoyed when YouTube does that, when they just show you things and it's like, mix this video. It's like, no, how about you just show me that video? Like, YouTube, I get it. You want people watching more content. You want them never not watching content. You also want them never having an ad blocker, so... You know, in YouTube's ideal world, you're watching videos 24/7 without an ad blocker, with that being your active tab, doing nothing else. Oh, hey, CJ's here. Yeah, it's kind of fitting. I wasn't feeling doing Paradise Planning today anyway. Not with the morning I've been having. But like, they just want you like hammering down videos and watching the most ad-filled videos you can possibly watch. That's what YouTube wants you doing. Gala! Nice of you to stop by, but I'm kind of preoccupied just now. What are you making? Currently crafting a bamboo bench, just to see how I do at it. DIY is a great way to learn by doing. Totally obsessed with it. Wait, seems something tells me you already know how to make a bamboo bench. Yep. I'm not surprised. You never fail to impress. You must know a do-it-yourselfer out there who wants to learn how to make a bamboo bench. Why don't you give this recipe to, why don't I give this recipe to you and pass it on to someone who can use it? Also, I will say, if I sound a bit different, and I know the game sounds a bit louder than normal, I've been adjusting settings a little bit. Like, my Elgato used to have a -4 decibel, volume lowering to put on it that I've taken off, and 4 decibels, from what I understand, that amount of change is perceptible to the human ear. As a big change. So it's probably considerably louder than it was before. It definitely seems that way, but I also, from my watching through a bit of my own video, it seemed like the problem then was I was too low. So I've doubled my gain, which I know probably sounds like a lot, which is actually something I want to talk about in a moment. Steven, I've been waiting for you. I wanted to say goodbye. Thanks for the advice when I couldn't decide if I wanted to move or not. It meant a lot to me. Aw. Take care, Weber. I'll miss you, my ducky friend. Now, if only Ed could move away. So, like, me just flat out saying I doubled it. That probably sounds like I did a lot, right? Big difference. I probably don't sound all that different. It's because I already had 2 decibels of gain. I just doubled that up to 4. I might ultimately end up lowering the Elgato one back down to, like, -2. I'm not entirely sure yet, but... Alright, what we got today, girls? Let's see. I mean, there is the conductor's jacket. And there's a ballet uniform. Ah, yes. The black one. Nah, I like the black one. It's perfect. I have officially become a bad bee. Let's see. I also sneezed. These ones. Or do I want to go... I want to go heels. I think I actually want to go heels. There we go. We're going to go heels. Heck yeah. Yeah, I'll wear what I picked out. Why wouldn't I? Yeah, I look great. Alright. Sorry, silly me, since I'm inside the shop all day, but sunny weather helps me work faster. Maybe it's time to make it shorter sleeves. Yeah, I mean, I can attest to that. This doesn't even have sleeves. I shall now show the world how pale I am. It's like, I positively illuminate the room, like I'm that freaking pale. Like, that's something I noticed, like, a few days ago. Like, after a recording, I think it was. Might have been during a recording. Yeah, it was during a recording. It was during a recording of Chulip. I was like just waiting around and was like doing some basic stretching while like just sitting here. And I brought my arms up and it was just like, oh, Oh, that just threw off the white balance of the webcam. Like... So, there's some things I've been trying to get a hold of, but I'm too short on bells. I mean... So I'm trying to sell some of my stuff, you know? Some things that are too fingerprinty or broken. Want to buy something maybe? Got 4 things for you to check out. What do you got, man? What's the most expensive? It's about a metal can. 420. What else you got? 490. What else you got? There you go, my man. Enjoy the bells. Enjoy the snacks that you're undoubtedly going to buy with those bells. Probably get my mitts and all them... Yeah, all them snacks he's been dreaming of. I knew it. And now I could be a merchant if I really wanted to. What's this merchant outfit look like? I mean, let's be honest, not having pants on kind of fits that. What we got here? Congrats on finding my treasure! I was rereading my old notes on how to become a pop star and found this fab recipe. It's too good to keep to myself, so I threw it in this bottle to share. You'll totes love it too. The DIY pop star candy. It's a cardboard sofa. I mean, you're not wrong. I do like me a good cardboard anything, really. Cardboard's just kind of fun. But doesn't exactly seem like a pop star kind of thing. Everything... Maybe think Weber's moving away because I gave Simon the food bowl instead of him. Did I give Simon the food bowl after he decided to move? I don't remember now. Still got a little bit of produce to pick and 1 fossil to find. But, yeah, I wanted to talk about the whole, like, oh, we doubled this kind of thing. Because that, to me, is such misleading information. Because, again, like, I doubled my gain. I went from 2 to 4. And, like, you see this a lot with, like, video card benchmarking and CPU benchmarking. Where it's like, oh, man, the RTX 5090 has double the performance of this other card, and meanwhile the performance is going from like 30 to 60 FPS. It's like, yeah, that is double. Neither are good though. It's like wood, scary banana, never talk carrot. Just got a dose for a moment. I got more than I bargained for. Thanks for waking. No problem, man. Like, that gets so annoying when they try to use, like, percentages or doubling, and it's like, you know, this is 150% of this. Meanwhile, like, you're looking at the actual numbers, and it's like, that's like 12 FPS. Neither of these cards run that game well. This, yeah. Like, yeah, sure, that one runs it better, but it's not by enough to warrant that. But like, if they said the actual like FPS gain, then it would be far less impressive. You know. But like, it kind of drives me a bit insane, because I know there's a lot of people who will listen to that and basically then take that as, you know, this product is, you know, twice as good or 50% better or whatever than this other product. And that may not actually be the case. It was just that case in a few scenarios. So like, let's take an example case here. The RTX 3060 Ti compared to the RX 6700 XT. So basically the graphics card I have and NVIDIA's, I need to go identify fossils first. Hold on, boys. I'll be back. An NVIDIA's counterpart. It's more an AMD's counterpart, but I have a 6700 XT. I still gesture kind of that way towards my computer, but it's that way now. It's behind my monitor. But, if you were to compare these two cards in a ray tracing workload, I don't have the exact figures offhand, but the 3060 Ti is going to absolutely decimate my 6700 XT. Good thing I don't care about ray tracing, huh? Isn't it? Because if you look to non-ray tracing workloads, my 6700 XT is in general on par or better than the 3060 Ti, and will continue to get better as time goes on, because the 3060 Ti only has 8 gigabytes of VRAM, while my 6700 XT has 12. That means my card is more future-proofed, while having as good or better performance in everything except ray tracing. See you again, Steven. See you too, Wilbur. Hey, it's noon. Wait, how did the Switch get a minute ahead now? My computer was still saying it was 11:59. The Switch used to be a minute behind. Now it's a minute ahead. I hate clocks, man. Even digital ones can't stay in sync. Now, I'm pretty sure with my computer, it's because I did have to manually set the time because it thought I was somewhere else, which is a good thing. And it's a good thing because my ISP VPNs me, basically. So, like, we're never actually, like, we're always routed through another server. So I suppose it's more proxy, but people understand it better to say VPN. It's nice. Which means anytime I'm using a VPN, I'm basically doubling up on the VPNing. Like, it's routing through multiple areas. But, like, someone back during the era where the 6700 XT and 3060 Ti were new and actively being sold, someone might have looked at those two cards and went, yeah, the 3060 Ti is more expensive, but this person says it's better because it performs like upwards of like 100 to 200% better in ray tracing workloads. And it's like, well, yeah, they're not wrong. It does do that. But like, ray tracing, at least from everything I've seen, ain't the future. And I think even game developers are kind of realizing that. 124. I don't trust that it's going to actually get any better this week, so I think we're going to sell our turnips right now, because this is Thursday afternoon, so yeah. Really need to get our turnips sold. But meanwhile, like, if they had been giving actual figures, even being better in ray tracing, the 3060 Ti can't do ray tracing well. It just can't. It does it considerably better than the 6700 XT, but even if you bought a 3060 Ti with the intention of doing ray tracing, you still basically can't. Like, you simply do not have the ability. The card is not capable of handling a ray-traced workload. It's just not. So, like, that's more or less where you're at, where it's like, alright, well, you spent more money to buy the worst product because percentage-wise, it's better in ray-traced workloads, even though, realistically, it still can't handle a ray-traced workload. Like, good job. You played yourself, but at the same time, in a way, the reviewers kind of played you, because the reviewers are the ones that said it's X% better, instead of saying, yeah, the 6700 XT gets like 12 FPS here, and the 3060 Ti gets 24 FPS. You know, that's the kind of thing I mean. Like, so it'd be like things like that, and then it'll be like, that's like 100% difference. So the 3060 Ti is 100% better. Yeah, it's twice as good. But in reality, neither of them can manage a 30. So it doesn't matter. Naomi! Why, Steven, what a delightful coincidence running into you here, Moolah. Let's chat. Are you here to buy a present? I just love thinking about a friend and finding the perfect gift for them. Oh, Steven, I do hope you choose the present you choose so your friend brings them joy. And I'm more here to sell turnips. Which does give me bells to buy things. So, you know, there is that. I need to go put money away before I can sell my other load of turnips. And then I still gotta go find CJ again. Deal with his fishing challenge. His fish and chips challenge. Like, you'll see that in other metrics too. Like, literally, always be skeptical when you hear from any source, this doubled, or this is up 50%, or like it's a major percentage. Stop and consider why, you know, what could have happened to have allowed for that to happen. And more often than not, the what could have happened is quite simply, there wasn't many instances beforehand. Like, you know, let's say, for sake of argument, just to put this into a more news scenario, let's say there are 3 people, let's say there's 2 people in the entire world that are known to have been born with 4 eyes. I don't think that's actually a thing that can happen, but let's, for sake of argument, say that happens. And both of those people, one lives in the United States, the other one lives in France. Suddenly, Mr. 4-Eye in the United States finds love, has a child. That child is born with 4 eyes. Suddenly, there is now 3 people in the entire world with 4 eyes. The United States press runs news articles saying that the number of people with 4 eyes has doubled in the United States. France runs an article. The number of people worldwide with 4 eyes has gone up 33%. It's one person. But you see how that can easily be sensationalized. Which is where, where am I going? Looking into the raw numbers is more important. Because, when you're going from 2 to 3, that can be a pretty big jump, depending on where, you are. Or, the number of people before, that were around before to after kind of thing. Let's imagine, let's take that same scenario, but instead of only having one kid, they have twins. Well, now the number of people has gone up to 4. So now, both countries can run the article saying that the number of people in the world with 4 eyes has doubled. And then, push whatever agenda they're trying to push alongside that narrative. Because that is a thing that I really, really wish the news media would get out of the habit of doing. Is stop reporting on everything as if it has some sort of political meaning. Not everything does. Not everything is part of politics or because of policy. Some things just frickin' happen. Like, I don't know why that is so hard for people to understand. But, like, some things just happen. Now, some statistics like that are helpful and not really sensationalizable. So, like, easy example. I think currently the distribution of men to women on Earth is 49% men, 51% women. So you could say 49% of the human race is male, and you're not wrong. And that is a pretty helpful figure. Hey man, what's your challenge today? 100% of fish commonly live in the ocean. Or the water, I should say. I've lived on the ocean my entire life. Every body of water is the ocean. Fish live in the water. It's a pretty safe statement to make. Alright, what is your challenge, my man? What is your challenge? 3 big-time fish. Yeah, your subscribers will get mad. I don't think they'll get mad, it's just they'll start trolling. I mean, that's what viewers do. Like, you do something they don't like, and they start trolling. They start trolling, patrolling, rolling, maybe even strolling. That feels too small. But yeah, it just kind of goes back to a thing I was talking about ages ago of, like, basically just question everything. But, like, don't question to the point of conspiracy theories. Like, you know, because, like, here's an example I can also give for figures that I have not seen articles like this, but I am sure they exist out there. I am positive there are articles that are talking about how the number of homes lost to fires in California spiked last year. Like, it was boring for me being home alone. Don't know what to do with myself. Billy and Blade, wanna come over and hang out right now? Nah. No worries, just go look at myself in the mirror for a while. Alright, man. You could start packing things up and, like, move. I am not seeing any really big fish today. This might be the right size I need. Only one way to find out. Yes, this is the right size I need. That's literally what he wants me to catch, is barreled knife jaw. That's where he mentioned my name. That's too small, though. That's too small. I don't think I can scare that one away by running. I'd have to destroy my flowers. I don't want to do that. So many tiny fish. Like, it's just... It's so frustrating. Even more so, like, when you know statistics around some of these things. Like, you know the numbers. And it's like... Yeah, guys... Or, like, you know it's because of some natural disaster. Like, I remember seeing articles back, I think it was like 2022-ish, when Nova Scotia, my province, got hit by a pretty nasty hurricane. It wasn't a particularly strong hurricane, it was just a Category 1, but it was a really slow-moving Category 1. That basically caused power to be knocked out, basically across the province for like a week plus. Some places were like a month before they got their power back. We got absolutely hammered by that hurricane. There were news articles that were talking about the number of homes damaged by hurricanes was up like 400 to 500 some percent compared to last year. It's like, yeah, we had a pretty major hurricane. For us, that would be why. Like, and this article was basically spinning it as like, the crap. See, I'm getting annoyed, and now I'm messing up my fishing. So I'm gonna get off this topic after I finish this. Like, they were spinning it as like, the local, the mayors around that. And like they were really focusing on, I believe at the time our premier was conservative, and they were really focusing on the non-conservative mayors around the province, and being like, these areas got hit particularly hard, and it's like, yeah, that's what happens when the areas that aren't conservative tend to be the more populated areas. Like, they tend to suffer more damage. Like, it was basically just turned into a bit of a political hit piece on these mayors. And it's like, really, guys? Like, people have literally lost hundreds to thousands of dollars worth of food. Their homes have been damaged. Their lives have been completely upended for, a week at least. And you're gonna portray it as a political issue? Really? Why? Especially because a lot of people looked at that article for exactly what it was, of basically just trying to win political points off of a tragedy. And people really did not like our premier for that. And his party. Aw, those two cuties. Chilling and chatting. Looks like it's about the right size. I want to poke around for another guaranteed bigger shadow. Hey, Simon. What's up, man? Hey, Steven, guess what? I got something special for you today. It's a present. Here, take it. Did you seriously go buy this with the money I just gave you? It's a foosball table. Hope you don't got one already. I didn't, but like, man, if I knew you were just buying a gift for me, I wouldn't have bought your stuff. Where's your snacks, man? Simon. Come on, man. I'm not worth that much. But yeah, I will say, like, at the moment, I'm kind of thinking of, like, basically things I can do after I finish Julep, because that series still has probably a couple more weeks left in it. but at the same time, it only has a couple more weeks left in it, and I should really be considering what I'm going to be doing next, so I don't fall into another situation like I did with Terraria, where it's like, yeah, I kind of wanted to do it, but not enough to, like, be... Not enough to be able to actually do the series. So it's like... And, like, I want to do more shorter games for, like, the extra series. That's kind of what I'm coming to. I feel like longer series just don't work. Because, like, of how few episodes get released in the run of a week. It's only 3 episodes. So, like... You know... Yeah, I'll sell. Alright, 5 fish. They're all pretty big. 6,000 belts. Wait, 8,000. 15,000! Okay, I was way off. Alright. Money. Almost a nice number. May as well do some fishing for a little bit. Actually, looking at how long I've been recording, but I can still just do some fishing. You know, I'm gonna stand right here and wait for that present, because I don't trust where it's gonna fall. Loon's tower defense. But like, ooh, cute tea table. Alright, I got 2 tables today. Just one's a game table. Because like, at 3 videos a week, 4 weeks in a month, that's 3, 6, 9, 12 videos in the run of a month. So, if I ended up doing a video series that is, like, I know for a fact it's gonna be, like, 100+ parts, that is going to take a year. Like, it is going to take a really long time at 3 videos a week. Which is where I'm almost tempted to change up how I release videos, even though I know it's not great analytically to release too much content. At the same time, though, I really want to do some longer series, but I know I should keep things short. The issue with keeping things short is, like, a lot of the games I play and love and want to do series on aren't short games. But I can keep longer games to streaming, is the thing. It's just I know I'm gonna run out of shorter games. So I might, like... It would help if I had a better idea of how long a lot of the games I want to play through are gonna take to finish. Because, like... let's use Pokemon as an example. If I was to sit down and do, like, a catch-em-all run, or more, like, standard, you know, what you would play solo type run, that would probably take a good, you know, 100 to 200 hours. But if I just do a standard playthrough, I'm probably only looking at about 40. And even then, that can be, you know, adjusted to be longer or shorter by just simply making longer or shorter episodes. But I mean, even that, if I did like roughly half-hour episodes, that would be like 80 episodes for a 40-hour game. Which, you know, that's the better part of a year. Yeah, I mean to hit CL. But, like, that's kind of where I'm at. And, like, back when I only did a singular video series, it was a lot more fine for me in my mind to do longer series. like, an Animal Crossing game. Because, like, I know going into it, it's a long series. I've got an infinite amount of time to do it. You know, it's fine. But, like, when it comes to, like, when it comes to things now, it's like, well, I could do that longer series, but that's gonna tie up the extra video series for quite a long time. So then if I really have an itch to do something else, I kinda can't until that series is done. Unless I just want to have, like, a bunch of series constantly going and being put on hold, and then going again, then being put on hold, then going again. I mean, I could do that, honestly. Thinking on it, I could try to work out, like Monster Hunter. I could work it into quote-unquote seasons. Where, like, basically I do, you know, 12 to 24 episodes of that, and then do something else. And then do 12 to 24 more episodes of Monster Hunter when that's finished. And I'd eventually get through Sunbreak that way. Because I still want to finish Sunbreak. It has been a long time coming for me to finish that game. Which is honestly what I'm thinking of doing next, is Sunbreak. The problem I have there is I've not finished Sunbreak on my own, so I don't know how long that's going to take to get to the end of. Serrano, you're kind of blocking me there, buddy, but... yeah, like, I don't know. Like, I kind of want to move to just uploading a video every day. I know YouTube would hate it. Even though if I was uploading, like, 10 shorts a day, they wouldn't care. It's just the fact I'm uploading proper length videos they don't like. And maybe they wouldn't care if I enabled membership. I don't know, man. I should really get... I mentioned that a lot. I really need to get around to actually just enabling it. That way, if any of you guys want to throw money at me, you can. There will never be an obligation to. I literally will have nothing to offer you for doing it. But, you know. I mean, I suppose I could do, like, maybe it's, like, some members-only streams and stuff, where I just kind of sit down and, like, chat with members and stuff. Maybe, like, I don't know. I was gonna say, like, maybe, like, play, like, party games or something with members, but, like, I don't own any party games that are online multiplayer. It's a real problem. Like, I got a fair few that are local multiplayer, but not online multiplayer. But, yeah, like, I don't know. There's nothing to offer. It's kind of the same with, like, my Twitch subscriptions. Like, if you want to throw money at me right now, and, like, you really want to do it, I do got a Twitch. You can subscribe to me over there if you really want to throw money at me. There is no obligation to, though. Like, I do not feel like my content deserves it. And it's not that I don't put a lot of effort into what I'm doing. It's just I know I could be putting more effort into it. Like, I literally don't even make thumbnails. I just let YouTube do it, because I don't know what I'm doing for making thumbnails. Especially for Animal Crossing. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Making a thumbnail for Animal Crossing is not the easiest thing to do, at least in my mind. Like, other games, like... Alright, well, before I get on with this, I'm a fish, my man. Okay, I got a fair few fish here. The last set was 15,000, but it did contain a lot of really big, kind of pricey fish. 11,000. Sticking with that one. 11,000. 12,000. I was so close. I was on the right track, though. But, like, say with Monster Hunter, if, like, I know I'm gonna be hunting, say, like, Tigrex. I could put a Tigrex in the thumbnail. You know, because I'm hunting Tigrex, I could, like, try to get, like, an image of my hunter being flung away from a monster and, like, cut that out and paste that into the thumbnail. And, you know, because that's probably what a Tigrex will do to me, is fling me around like a ragdoll. Because it's a fast monster, and I really suck at hunting fast monsters. If it's a Rathalos, I could basically have, like, the Rathalos in the thumbnail with, like, a flash bomb going off. Like, you know, there's a lot of things I could do for making those thumbnails, but, like, this one. What would I do for today's episode? You know, and I could just do a more generic thumbnail, but this is just a personal thing for me, and I've done that before. If you find my really old Earthbound series, which I really want to redo Earthbound. Actually, that would be really cool to do after I'm redoing Earthbound. That's what I'm doing. I've decided that's what I'm doing after. I really want to get to Monster Hunter, but I might just stream that. So if you go really back to that, one of my older sister's friends drew a thumbnail for me to use. And, like, I'd been using that, but, like, I kinda don't like how that went. Though partially it's because that's not exactly how I was envisioning it to be when, like, they asked what I wanted. But it, you know, it still worked. It's still nice. I don't want them to think I didn't like it. I did like it. It's just not exactly what I'd been envisioning. And, like, I'd had ideas for thumbnails for Earthbound that could be, like, that sort of thing. Where, like, that thumbnail is basically the 4 main characters just kind of walking along. I was basically thinking, like, you could basically do that for a thumbnail, but also have it initially be, like, Ness, Pokey, and... what is Pokey's little brother's name? I cannot remember his name. But, like, those 3, like, kind of walking along. Because that's technically your first party. That would be, like, the first episode. And then, like, the second episode, it's now just Ness. And then, you know, the third episode, it's, you know, probably still just Ness. And then the 4th episode, probably by then you've probably found Paula. So now it's Ness and Paula. And then, you know, you go along like that. And then when it transitions to Winters and you're just playing as Jeff, it's now just Jeff. You know, that sort of thing. And, like, have the background change based on where you are. And, like, I feel like that could be kind of cool. But that would also take a lot of planning to do well. And a lot of art. And, yeah. But, yeah, that's going to be it for this one. I thank you all very much for watching. And hopefully I shall see you back here next time for more Animal Crossing New Horizons, where I will definitely 100% be doing some Paradise planning. See you all then! And now in this end card, I'd like to ask, if you liked the video, could you maybe hit the like button? And if you're not subscribed, could you maybe subscribe? It'd help me out a lot. Thanks a bunch.